George Bissell here for the Buzz with some quick thoughts on the fantasy baseball ramifications of the Dodgers shipping former top prospect Gavin Lux to the Reds for outfield prospect Mike Sirota and a competitive balanced draft pick on Monday night. Let's start with how Lux, who became expendable for the Dodgers after they signed Korean infielder Hye-Seong Kim to a 3-year contract last weekend, fits into Cincinnati's overcrowded infield mix and his immediate fantasy future. Still only 27 years old, Lux didn't exactly set the fantasy universe ablaze last season as a return to Los Angeles after missing the entire 2023 season due to a torn ACL that he suffered in spring training. He really shook off a frosty start at the plate to put together a torrid second half, batting 304 with a 391 on base percentage and a 508 slugging percentage that included 7 home runs and 2 steals and just over 200 plate appearances in his final 61 games. As MLB.com's Mike Petriello wrote back in early August, Luck experienced a noticeable uptick in Baseball Savant's swing speed metric that coincided with a shift in his offensive approach that prioritized putting the ball in the air more to the pull side at higher rates. So, what we're talking about is him getting more aggressive at the dish and starting to pull the ball more, which led to some additional strikeouts during the second half. But fantasy managers will certainly take that trade off, especially if it leads to more consistent over the fence pop. Lux figures to open next season as part of the Reds' second base mix and should benefit greatly from Great American Ballpark, which grades out as the #1 hitting environment for left-handed home run power out of 30 ballparks in Baseball Savant's 3-year park factors. It's a little bit unclear where he'll wind up on new manager Terry Francona's lineup card, but Lux's second half performance and the fact that the Reds were basically willing to give up two pretty considerable assets here to acquire him gives me some optimism that he's going to make a real impact for fantasy managers, especially in deeper mixed leagues, as a source of double-digit homers and steals in an everyday role. It's also worth noting that Terry Francona's teams have a pretty established track record of being some of the most aggressive on the base paths. Meanwhile, Lux's arrival figures to push Matt McLain to a more versatile multi-position role. He looked pretty comfortable in center field during the Arizona Fall League. He's projected to be one of the top options for fantasy managers at the Keystone as a potential 20 homer, 20 steal force. I'm not sure how the playing time is going to shake out at second base. It looks like both McLean and Lux are going to get some run there, with both guys potentially moving around to a couple different positions. So it really just opens up a lot of options for the Reds having both of those guys there. I think the big question for fantasy managers is going to be whether someone like top prospect Noelvi Marte, who's probably going to cede some playing time here and is likely to open the year back at AAA Louisville. So that's the guy to watch in spring training to see how things shake out. And he's probably the most likely to lose out with Lux arriving in Cincinnati. It's a phenomenal landing spot for Lux if he can carve out an everyday role for Cincinnati in that ballpark and continue to build off his strong finish to last season. For more fantasy baseball content in the lead up to spring training, head over to and subscribe to the Buzz. You can find the link in the description to this video. Thanks for watching.